All right, cool. Yeah, so this is going to be a playtest, or just like actual play, one-on-one of our Troika adventure, Puppets of Beeglemaus, with Alicia Yao and myself, Gabriel Hernandez. We're WatcherDM,
Just
and
said my name wrong.
okay, let's say your name right. I'm sorry. Cut.
You want to start over?
Go. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I mean, you can introduce me, but it's Yo.
Yo, Alicia Yo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You
Alicia
want to start
Meow.
over?
Meow.
Meow. Meow.
Okay.
Jeez.
Sorry. Alicia Yo. Like Yeoman. Yeah, and I'm Gabriel Hernandez. This is Watcher DM. And we're going to do, I think, Troika character creation first. So, there's a Troika character creation website, I think, on Technical Grimoire. So I will send you the address of this. Again, on Pixels and Pagans here. There you go. So yeah, you can pick from rulebook only, from Bones Deep, Dimensional Chaos, or just random backgrounds, whatever.
Oh.
So you can pick, there are 430 backgrounds here.
Hmm.
You can also add our own backgrounds, which we'll have to do at some point. For some reason, did not occur to me that we should go in here. Oh, wow. We can actually submit our own. Okay. Cool. They just take a pull request of backgrounds. All right, that's something to add to my list of stuff to do. That sounds pretty cool. Um, anyway, are you already in Roll20? You are.
Yeah.
So I've already added a character for you. I'm just going to add it to your journal. I'll be editing this character sheet in Roll20 with information from that other site. So you should see that now in Roll20 in your journal.
Um, how do I get to that?
So on the right hand panel, there's a bunch of buttons up at the top. I think the third one over, or maybe the second one over, is journal. It looks like a little newspaper.
Oh, okay. And then I have to, it pops out when you click on my character.
Yes, that'll open up the character window. If you click
Uh-huh.
on character sheet, that'll open the integrated character sheet that I loaded in here, and then we can
Oh,
just
sweet.
set these values right in here and have your character sheet all in Roll20. Yeah, it is sweet. You're sweet.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's get started with your character creation stuff. I will crack open the book so we know what the steps are, but I'm pretty sure we just roll some diz ice and
Oh,
and that sort of thing.
how
That's
do I make the things on the game board just be the names only?
oh yeah. So in the gear on the top right, there's the settings panel.
Yeah.
And you'll go to, I think, audio video. Oh no, it's is it graphics? No, where the hell is it? Text chat options, dice options, miscellaneous. Oh, personalization and display. No? Token marker positions. Those are all correct.
Yeah, we did this before and I totally forgot.
Oh, right. So go to audio and video. There's two tabs in
Yeah.
there. One is video
Oh,
display. Change that to names
okay.
only.
Names only. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I wish there was a way to set those as defaults. I don't know that there is. There might be.
It was weird because so I tried to make my character sheet bigger and it went underneath the pictures and I was like, okay.
Yeah, this the order of things on the page is a little wonky in Roll 20
Yeah.
for sure. All right. Troika, third printing revised, numinous edition. Okay, I have the rules loaded. I'm officially rules loaded. And we'll go to the character creation chapter. Get your character sheet. We already have that. So you're going to roll 1d3 plus 3 to determine your skill. So, unfortunately, Roll20 does not have a d3.
Oh.
Instead, you'll just roll a d6, and we'll divide it in half, rounding
Okay.
up.
All right. So I'll roll 1d6.
Mm-hmm. All right, you have a skill of 4. That's the same skill.
Okay.
Then you will roll 2d6 plus 12 to determine your stamina. 6 plus 12 is an 18 stamina, so we'll set your max to 18, your current to 18. And then roll 1d6 plus 6 to determine your luck. 2 plus 6 is 8. So you have 8 luck. Cool. So we record your baseline possessions, which we can add, I think. Yeah, so you get 2d6 silver pence if you want to roll those.
Are you adding all these things in the sheet right now?
Yeah.
Okay, because after I roll, I like go check and it's already there.
Oh, do you want to add it? I don't have to touch your
No,
sheet.
it's fine. I was just like, okay, I guess you were doing it. I just wanted to check. So roll 2d6.
Uh-huh. Okay. So 6 silver pence. You start with 6 provisions, I believe. And then your weapon will be a knife. Let's see what the knife damage is. I think it's right here. So it's 2, 4, 8. Oh, hello. Okay, 8 and then 10. All right, sweet. And then the rest of your items. Oops, that's right here. So you start with a lantern and flask of oil. Rucksack. Okay. So I think those are your basic stuff. And then if you'd like, you can roll D66 to get a background, which includes your possessions and skills. Or you can roll on that tracker page that I sent you. And that will pick you a thing, and then you can put the information in it.
So I could just go random background.
Yeah, I think if you check, you'll have to click from rulebook only if we want to use the ones from the rule books. I don't know what the random backgrounds include. There's 430 of them. There's only 36
Oh, okay.
in the core rules. But yeah, it's up to you. We can go nuts if you want. It's your character.
So I just clicked from rulebook.
What'd you get?
And it's Demon Stalker. But this has like it put in the stamina and luck and stuff.
Yeah, it just generates a character for you, like complete.
Okay.
But we're just going to use the Demon Stalker background
okay.
information.
Sure.
So yeah, your background is Demon Stalker. You do not have a special, but in your special, I'm just going to go ahead and paste your information about your background.
Okay.
and read it. You stake your reputation on your ability to hunt and kill demonic creatures and those who break bread with them. Goatmen in the wilds, or the angel cults of the slums, all need to be driven back off the edge of the map onto the shores of chaos.
Huh.
And it looks
All
like,
right.
weapon-wise, you get a silver sword. You also get 16 silver arrows and bow. And then you also get a pouch of salt and a vial of demon blood. Juicy. And then we'll add some skills. So, what happened here? Modify. Add. Okay, cool. So you have... So this is language, abyssal. You are rank 5 in it. Yeah, I think that's correct. Spell, blood shroud. It's rank 3. You have second sight, rank 2. And you have sword fighting, rank 2. And bow fighting, most people would call archery. But,
No,
yeah,
you don't know what I do with that bow.
You don't know how I fight with a bow. Nice. Tracking of 1. And sneak of 1. Alright, cool. It's interesting. It doesn't really say what wearing means. But it's on the character sheet, so we're just going to leave it. Maybe like clothes are maybe free, so you can like wear stuff. And then we're just going to fill out the damage for your weapons. So I don't know what having silver sword, if that does anything special.
Well, don't you need silvered weapons to kill like
Demons?
demons, maybe, or werewolves, whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, that's super fair. I'm just wondering if there's... Okay, hold on. Salt is the poor man's silver. Silver is the star metal, the most untouched material fallen from the humpbacked sky. Weapons made from it may inflict damage to creatures normally immune to material harm. Okay, cool. So you can fight ghosts and stuff with it, too.
Okay.
But otherwise, it damages as a sword, which is what I was looking for. I wanted to put the sword and stuff on here. So, silver sword damage is 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 8, 10. 10. Alright. And then the silver arrows and bow must damage as bow. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 10, and 12. Alright. Sweet. So, yeah. Do you see all that stuff in your character sheet there?
Yeah.
Is it updated? Alright, cool. You should be able to click on under or versus to just do that. Like you can roll on one of your skills. If I were to say, roll under sword fighting to swing your sword around and show off.
Oh, okay, yeah, the button that says under. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, click on it. Let's just test it. I've never used this before.
Okay. Uh, I just did the first one.
Cool.
Roll under language.
Yep. So yeah, you rolled a 4, which is under, which is a success. It does look like it doesn't. It's not really set up for use with the dark mode. It's kind of hard to see, but it does tell us if it's a success or not. So that should be fine.
Oh, weird. Yeah, last time I couldn't really read it. I turned dark mode on and off again. Oh no, that didn't work this time. Okay.
Cool. All right, sweet. Well, let's go ahead, and I think the last thing you need is to name your character.
Right. I was remember you sent me that fantasy name generator
Mm-hmm.
and to get my Roll20 name. I was like, fuck, I don't know. Um there were Moon Rabbit name generator was one of them. That's how I ended up getting Clumsy Graceful.
Cool. Do you want to make another Moon Rabbit name,
Um
or do you want the
yeah.
fantasy generator list like generator again?
No, I just clicked on that one because I was like, that was funny last time.
Oh, okay. What'd you
Um
get?
well it gives you a list, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can get it to do one. Uh but yeah, let me just pull it up here. Robust spot. It sounds funny. Um Headstrong cute.
Cute and headstrong. Oop.
Sure. That can be it. Let's just go with that.
Headstrong, cute, the demon
Yep.
hunter. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then one last thing is we need to put a picture in for your character so
Mm-hmm.
that I can generate a token. Would you like to use the demon stalker picture, or would you like to find
Uh
a picture on the internet?
you can find one.
Okay. Are you a bunny person?
Maybe. Who knows?
Moon rabbit
That'd be pretty funny, a fucking bunny that
demon
stalks deep.
stalker.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty appropriate. Yeah. Also, I'm getting some very. I feel like it's going to be like Donnie Darko or Bust.
Yeah, yeah, right. I feel that.
Let's see here. Jeez, this is actually freaking hilarious. There's so much Japanese anime stuff that's just like, oh, rabbit? You mean rabbit girl. You mean rabbit girl demon hunter. That's obviously
Oh,
what you mean.
I
Uh,
see.
so yeah, we're just gonna lean into that and let that be fine.
Sure.
Save image as. Will this work? I don't know if it'll work. Token maker, token stamp. Twa. Cool, bopped it right in there. I'll bring it down so it shows off the ears. And downloadio. Spagnoli. I'll throw this in here and throw this on here. And yeah, this can just go in there. You select the token, seems fine. Actually, I probably need to set this token. So it's gonna oh, I didn't change the name on your character, which I need to do. And turn on the dynamic lighting. So low lights, 1 mile. Save settings. Okay, cool. That seems good. Sorry, headstrong, cute.
Yep.
What's your character name? Okay. Headstrong, cute. Can you see your token
Um,
on the map?
hold on. I think my zoom level is crazy. Like,
Make sure I'm
okay, yeah,
looking.
I think I see it.
Okay. So
It's
you see it.
really,
You see it right there.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Well, shoot. I think that's all the things we needed to do to set up. Are you ready to start playing?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Let me open up my.
Token is so small. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can zoom in here. I'll put you where you're gonna go.
No, it's okay. I just like zooming was just tricky.
Oh, jeez. I just did the thing, didn't I? Hold on. Dynamic lighting. Turn off Explorer mode. Save settings. Can you? How much of the map can you see right now?
Oh, only the square that you put me on.
And like the three around it, or like the one around
There's
it.
like a blur around it. Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, sweet. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, now I'm going to enable Explorer mode. So basically, what that means is, or maybe not. Now, what can you see?
A bunch more hexes,
Okay, hold on. God dang it.
like to the left of the token.
Yep, yep. Fog of war, movement, lighting, barrier, restricts movement. Dynamic lighting. I need to like. I want to reset it. Is there a way to reset it? I guess there's not a way to reset it. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna turn it back off, and I guess that's just life. You'll just have to go off memory.
So,
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna crack open the adventure text here, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start. So, somewhere in the microsphere of Zimbus Zane, the wizard Beeglemaus hides from Rhino Man Justice. You've spotted the ruins of his famously ostentatious golden barge smoldering in the fens. You can descend, heroes, but be cautious. Your foe is all the deadlier for being cornered. You're chasing down Beeglemaus for consorting with demons, as you know him to do. Which is
hmm.
probably how he got out of jail in the first place. Braggart.
Well, considering I stalk demons and those who consort with them, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's perfectly aligned with your interests. To hell with Rhino Man Justice. Just to let you know how time works here, it takes roughly an hour to travel from one hex to another. And during the nighttime, travel time takes longer and the area is more dangerous.
Okay.
Cool. And sleeping outside is potentially hazardous to your health in this game. All right. So yeah, you find yourself at a crash site. Let me pull this up here. Um, yeah, it is the smoldering ruins of Beagle barge. It's crashed into a swamp. So, what do you do?
Uh, is it on fire?
Yeah, I mean
Smoldering.
it's smoldering, so it was on fire.
Okay.
It has largely
All
been
right.
put out now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go check out the smoldering remains,
Okay.
see what there's to see in there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as described, you find it mostly just destroyed. There's nothing of any real use here. Like, there's nothing valuable or usable.
Okay.
And it seems that the wizard was able to cover his tracks, as there's no tracks leading away from the ship in any meaningful way.
Okay. What can I see around me?
All right, cool. Yeah, so to the southwest, you see what looks like urban centers springing up, like maybe some strip malls. And then in all other directions around you, you basically just see more swamp.
Mm. Okay. Um, I think I'll head toward the urban center.
Okay. Head to town.
Yeah.
Great. Give me just 1 second here. Throw a guy up here and I'm gonna track how many turns you've used on a thing here. All right, so yeah, you head to the southwest, and see if I can remember how this works here. City hexes. Yeah, so the streets here are just covered in sinkholes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like fallen into the swamp. Like the badness of the land has kind of swallowed up a lot of the street, and then covering kind of every surface of mailboxes, curbs, lamp posts, any of that kind of stuff. There are playbills for unstaged puppet shows that are illuminated by the gaslight lamps.
Mm.
Civic decay is ubiquitous, so you see, yeah, you just see kind of roving bands of citizens being distraught or being, vagrant. And anytime you enter one of these, we roll us a heckin' random encounter. Okay, yeah. So you're walking through the streets and see some band of roving citizens, and you kind of duck out of sight, like behind something, so that they don't spot you. And sadly, it ends up pushing you into a sinkhole. You need to test
Huh.
your luck, or take 3d6 damage.
Oh, shoot.
Yep.
Okay. So I can just hit this test luck button. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh no, you failed
Failed.
to test your luck. Okay, so you straight out of the gate, you just boom, take 8 points of stamina damage
Damn.
as you fall into a crappy, unwashed, swampy pit of street muck.
Oh, you said -8?
-8.
Damn.
Yeah. And
Can you sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was like, I kind of spaced for a minute. Am I trying to track down Beagle
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You're trying to track him down and bring him to justice. Either Rhinoman
Okay.
justice or your own savage, lawless
Yeah.
justice.
Yeah. What's justice?
You're a demon hunter. You tell me.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So, unfortunately, it takes you about an hour to kind of recollect yourself from the tribulation. So,
All right. Dry off the sewer water. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And yeah, where would you like to go next? To your west, southwest, and south, you see more sprawl, like city sprawl. And of course, back the way you came, and around that are all swamp.
Southwest.
Okay, so farther in to the interior of all city hexes. And every time the heroes enter a city hex. Okay, so here you find the Puppeteers Guild. For many years, Saucy puppet shows were the premier export of Zimbabwe. But that was before Beeglemaus. Now, battle-hardened street artists armed with garrots and saws, the Puppeteers Union makes their last stand here. So there is a puppeteer who is leading his guildsmen and rituals in rituals and hymns of their god, the puppeteer Primus. So it's kind of like a weird mix of religious and military like setup right now, as they're kind of at war. It seems like they look like they're prepared for war. There's like barricades up and defensive positioning and weapons lying around.
Okay.
And yeah,
Did they look hostile?
do they look hostile to you? No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, can I go talk to their leader and be like, what's the deal here?
Like, thank God you've come. That blackguard Beaglemouse has turned our puppets against us. Now nobody can make saucy puppet shows. I just written the most saucy one last night. Yes. Give us back our puppets. Defeat them. Put them back on the string.
Where are your puppets?
They've taken to the swamps.
Swamps. Okay. All right. Well, I was thinking about heading out to the swamps anyway, so
Excellent.
I'll see what I can see for y'all.
Thank you, brave hero. I'm gonna roll on the. Okay, yeah. So yeah. While you're there, interacting with Piotr, a like little gang of street kids, like say like 5 or 6 little street kids, come up to you and they like offer you like, hey lady, you want a sandwich? And they're offering you a sandwich.
Bring me a sandwich.
two silver pence. Eat a sandwich. You want a sandwich?
No, thank you.
Okay. One of them pulls out a knife. He's like,
Yeah.
find a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You just flash some steel. You've got a silver sword. You want to just be like,
Yeah.
keep walking, buddy.
Just gonna move my whatever I'm wearing. Like, listen.
Okay.
Listen, you little shit.
He's like, oh fuck, dude, just got a sword. Run out of here. They like throw a sandwich at you. And like it doesn't hit you, it just like kind of smears across the ground, and it's just rotten. Like there's nothing edible inside of the sandwich they were trying to sell you.
Awesome. Yeah, okay.
All right, cool.
Oh, those urchins.
Look, yes, without our puppet shows to hoist up the economy, the place has really gone to shit. The kids are running around selling rotten sandwiches to people. Honestly, they're not that bad, but we used to have good things to eat here.
Well, what can you tell me about this Beaglemouse?
No, not much. He just came and enchanted all of our puppets right after he saw a puppet show I guess he didn't like very much, if you read the reviews. And yeah, once that happened, all chaos broke loose. They were clipping themselves from their strings and murdering their puppeteers and claiming they demanded freedom and they were sentient and needed respect and not to be put in saucy positions. And Beaglemouse just ran off with them, and we haven't seen him since. He's been hidden. He is a wizard, so he just does flim-flam things.
I was gonna say, is he a magic user? He's Beaglemouse himself enchanted the puppet.
Beaglemouse is the wizard, yes.
Okay. Good to know. All right, well, take care. Hope you get more to eat than rotten sandwich.
Godspeed to you, great hero.
I'm gonna take my leave.
Farewell.
All right, I want to go northwest.
Northwest, okay. To 4 there. All right. Let me mark another hour of travel for you. And yes, 4. All right. Two men are standing outside of the front of a saloon on an otherwise dark and empty street. Obviously, still sinkhole strewn streets, playbills everywhere. And these two fellas are arguing back and forth in front of this saloon very loudly. One of them's like, "No, I'm fucking Dan." And the other one's like, "Hell no, I'm fucking Dan." And finally, one of them just pulls out a gun and shoots the other one and says, "Well, now I'm Dan." And yeah, he as soon as he's done, his head jerks to the side and he eyes you. He says, "What are you doing here? What's your name?"
Not Dan. Nice to meet you, Dan.
Why would somebody say their name wasn't Dan? Are you lying?
'Cause I saw what happened to the last guy called Dan.
Damn right! Deserved it too. Fiddlin' Dan. Called himself Deadly Dan, now he's Dead Dan. Are you a Dan?
No, I'm a cute.
Don't you lie to me!
I would never lie to you.
Oh. Well, geez now. I gotta get all sweet on me. Alright, hold on. Let me roll for the random encounter in this place. Oh god. Okay. As you're standing there talking to Deadly or Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking sinkhole again.
No!
You go ahead and test your luck.
Okay.
Yay! You managed to
Yes.
spring out of the way. I'm gonna say into the arms of Dan.
Dan helped me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
grabs you from like over the thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
in fact, I'm gonna say he like pushes you out of the way and
Yeah,
falls down into the sinkhole.
Oh no.
And Deadly or Dan lies dying at the bottom of the sinkhole.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy him a drink, but I guess not.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I just pour one for my homie into the hole?
You absolutely fucking can. Do you want to go into the saloon and be like, Deadly or Dan just bit the dust, buying him a drink?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
I think
Yeah.
that's in order.
Yeah, like as you're leaving, he's like, "I never had purpose till just now. Thank you. Thank you, cute. You're real headstrong." And then he expires.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah, so
uh,
you walk into this saloon and you buy yourself a shot.
yeah.
So
And one for Dan.
okay, so 1 silver pence each. So just go ahead and remove those
Yeah.
from your character sheet there.
Where are my pens?
It's under your monies.
Okay.
So the bottom of the sheet.
So I have 6. Okay. So now I have 4.
Uh-huh.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Is there anyone else in the saloon other than the barkeep?
Whistling Willie's the barkeep. He's here. There are 2 tables of like people sitting together. One has 3, one has 2, and then there's like 5 singles sitting at the bar. So there's 10 people in this place.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll just sit at the bar and what was the bartender's name?
Whistling Willie.
Whistling Willie.
Yep.
All right.
He whistles between
So
a gap in his teeth every time he says something. I'm not going to do it.
I told him about the dust up with Dan and how I saved.
Oh shit! You say the word. You say Dan.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah. 3 people at the bar, fucking like that,
Yeah.
right at you, and they're like, "Your name's not Dan, is it?"
No. We good?
Okay, they all. That's a deadly name around these parts.
Okay. Yeah. So, I'm gonna inquire with Whistling Willie here about Beeglemaus.
Yeah. All right, cool. Says, I'm gonna say, like, do you have any skills? Like, he basically just is like, Yeah, I never heard of him. But with a whistle, obviously.
Right.
Absolutely.
What does Second Sight do?
Second Sight. Let me go ahead and pull up the book here.
Oh, right. I see the. Is there a drop down for it? Oh no, that's not a thing I can click on.
Second Sight. Use of this allows the detection of magic. On a successful
Okay.
test, you focus your inner eye, and all sorcerous activity glows faintly for a moment.
Um. Yeah, I don't think I really have any extra skill or like
I mean,
related to.
this you know that he's magical. Do you want to use your second sight and see if he's left any trace magics around?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that outside, but I could do it in the bar,
I
see
mean,
if he's been
you can leave the bar
someone.
and do it outside. I'm just saying, like in the area, right? So I think,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
cool. Okay,
Um, what about before I head out though, the tables of people who kind of like cocked their heads when I said Dan. If I
so there's all the
saw him from
people at the
over there
bar who cocked their heads. You didn't
at the
notice
bar. Okay.
you're kind of facing away from those people, like they're behind you, so you wouldn't see their
Okay.
reaction to you saying your name was Dan.
Okay.
But if do you want to like try talking to more people?
Yeah, who's some people at the tables?
All right, sure, yeah. Do you? So there's two people at a table, and then there's a group of
Yeah,
three people at a table. Which one are you trying to approach?
the group of two.
Okay, you walk up to the group of two, and you actually hear like their voices getting quieter as you're approaching, until
Okay.
finally they're like kind of like just stop talking, and they like look up at you like, yes.
It's, you ever heard of this Beagle character?
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
No, never heard of Beagle.
Uh, Beeglemaus? Do you know a Beeglemaus? Isn't that the guy who took the puppets away?
So I hear.
Yeah, that's as much as we know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna approach the table of three
Okay.
then.
As you walk
But also,
away, you hear the
but like
two.
I'm gonna. Yeah. What do they say as I'm walking away?
Yeah,
Anything?
they're like, how did she find out about how did she find out about the topic of our play? Um, so obviously they're working on a saucy puppet show
All right.
that
All right. Okay.
includes the Beagle Mouse story. And yeah, the three sitting at the table that you walk up to basically completely ignore you as they seem to be in a fairly heated argument. And the
Okay.
argument seems to be about like the value of an idea as opposed to the writing, as opposed to the performance of an idea. So basically, it's the guy with the idea, the writer, and the stage like producer like
Okay.
arguing over who deserves more money for a saucy puppet show.
Okay. Are they all dudes?
Oh no, I don't know that you would describe any of them as having a gender.
Okay. Fair. Yeah. No. I was gonna be like gentlemen, but then I was like, oh, who knows? They're maybe they're not men. Like hey folks. Pardon my interruption.
All right,
Uh,
you want to bust your way into the conversation?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Why don't you just go ahead and roll skill then?
Okay. So just how do you how do I do that?
Yeah, I think you can just. Let me see. I am not 100% sure. Go to your character sheet. Um,
There isn't like a goal for just my skill. How would you do
interesting.
that manually?
I guess we could just add an unskilled
Oh,
and then put like
to
a
roll
zero
under?
here. And yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
should work.
Okay. So if I roll under unskilled,
Hmm.
okay.
Oh, you know what? We need to check off things that you succeeded at as well.
Uh, I don't think I've succeeded at anything yet,
Okay.
other than testing my luck.
Oh, right. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, cool. All right, sweet.
Yeah, I rolled. So I rolled over. I failed.
Yeah, so you try and get a word in edgewise, but there is no gap. There is no break. They just blow right over you and just keep talking a little more loudly if it's what is required to keep any outside party from entering the conversation.
Okay. Um. Do they have any drinks on the table?
Yeah. There, I mean, two empty ones and a half empty one.
Okay, I'm gonna fake accidentally knocking one over into someone's lap and then apologize. That's gonna try to be my in.
All right. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and roll? Let's see. What is that? Look at your character sheet here. Yeah, I don't know. Just roll unskilled again, I guess.
I guess so. Okay. Roll under.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
You're able to put a drink in someone's lap
Yeah.
surreptitiously. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add that to your skills. Spill drinks accidentally on purpose.
Yeah.
On purpose is a skill that you have succeeded at, and that'll allow
Okay.
you can test at the end of the adventure. You can test to gain that skill and gain ranks in it. That's how skills work.
Cool. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So you managed to spill a drink on the lap of the person who's actually speaking, and so
Mhm.
mid sentence, they're like, oh, what is going on? Uh, and you say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
spill your drink."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, do you have a towel? Does anybody have a towel and a napkin? Can I get another drink?"
And I offer to buy them a new drink for the one I spilled, but I also inquire about Beagle before I leave the table.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I haven't seen him around. He's kind of in hiding, I believe. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. We haven't interacted with Beaglemaus, have we? And you see the two people there, like that are opposite them. One of
Mhm.
them is like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, and the other one like is like that.
Okay. I'm gonna
Do you go
press
by?
him for
Do you go buy the drink
more.
first or no?
No, I'm not leaving the table until I suss out that
They
reaction.
kind of they kind of look at you and they're like, "Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you go buy the drink?" And yeah, I'm gonna go out for a smoke. And they like get up to go outside and they kind of look back at you.
Okay. I'm gonna follow them outside.
Are you gonna go buy the drink first?
Nope.
The guy's like, the person's like, "No, go buy my drink. You spilled a drink on me. I need that. I need that pina colada."
I'll be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, hold on, just a minute. I'll go get him. It's pina colada.
One silver pence.
Yeah, one
Pay
silver
up.
pence later.
I want my fucking money for a pina colada, bitch.
All right. If I go outside, is anyone out there, or have they fled?
No, no, no. They're waiting for you outside.
Okay. Okay.
They're like, okay,
All right.
I don't want
Okay.
anybody to know, but I
Hmm.
I heard that Beagle Mouse has disguised himself and is hiding out in the city. I don't know. He's DJing.
All right.
So
Do you know how he's disguised himself?
let me see if I have that information here. He has disguised himself as a DJ.
Okay. All right. Have you seen him in this disguise?
Who the hell listens to EDM?
Where did you get this information from?
A very reliable source.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My 16-year-old daughter.
Uh, okay. Cool. Is there any way to roll to see if someone's being deceptive? I don't have a special skill, but
Sure, you can roll under skill.
okay,
Call it, I
sure.
think, insight, probably.
All right, so just do the unskilled roll under.
Yeah.
Okay. I failed.
Okay. So it's not to say that he is lying, or that they are lying, but
I just don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
you are unable to tell.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, before I move on, can I use that second sight?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead and roll under your second sight there.
Okay. What's this?
All right. So, awesome. You as the person leaves, you kind of focus yourself and you like squint your eyes a little bit and you start to see like a green vapor kind of lifting off of some rubbish that's under, like, basically there's a garbage can, and like it's
Like,
covered in fucking playbills, but like
oh,
emerging from the garbage can is like kind of a green glowing vapor. It's to the north, and you see like another one a little bit further to the north.
so like in the next area?
I mean, it's just going to the north. Like that's all the information that like you.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, sure, but the garbage, can I check it out?
yeah. You go and check out the garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like there's. It's just garbage.
Okay. So I'm gonna head north.
Okay, cool. Let me mark you down for. I'm gonna. Let's see. I think the scene there and the travel probably took an hour, so mark you up to
And
4. And you are. Let's see. It's 4. Which the question is then.
what time is, like, you said there was a shit takes longer at nighttime? What time is it
Yeah, so
in daytime?
it is 4 p.m.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So it's not. Cool.
Yeah. And yeah, so you find in this district here a nightclub. This exclusive urban watering hole has a thick steel door, and
Okay.
doesn't admit those who don't know the password. But it's also
Um,
closed right now.
okay.
But it does seem like a really nice nightclub. Like, as far as nightclubs go, it's a nice one.
Okay. Has my magic detection thing
It
dissipated?
only works, yeah, it only works when you use it for that moment
Okay.
there.
All right. Are there,
So,
like, can I use it indefinitely? Are there any limitations?
no, you just have to roll against it every time you use it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot again.
First, you're gonna have to test your luck.
Oh, right. We moved into a new area. We gotta
Yeah,
see if I'm gonna fall in a sinkhole.
it's another fucking sinkhole, dead ass. Yay!
Okay. There's no Dan here to save me. I made it.
What happened here? Oh, so I should have said this before, so it's not going to count against anything. But there's a note at the bottom that every time you test your luck, you need to reduce your current luck by 1.
Okay, how many times have I tested my luck?
You tested it a few times, but we didn't know that rule, so don't worry about it. Just down at 1 right now.
Okay, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
what happens when your luck is 0?
You cannot test your luck anymore, I believe.
Okay.
Let me see what happens actually. Gaining and losing luck. For every 8 hours rest, you may regain 2d6 luck. Luck may not exceed the starting value rolled at character creation, save for exceptional situations. Running out of luck inflicts no special penalty.
Okay. But then what do you do in the situation where it's calling for you to test for our luck? You automatically fail then?
Yeah, you just automatically fail.
Okay. All right. Um, yeah, so I'm outside this nightclub. There's nothing else remarkable around there other than it's closed.
Yeah, it's currently closed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try out my second sight.
Okay.
Okay, I failed.
Uh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, you try and concentrate, but yeah, you're unable to muster the sense.
Okay. What can I see? Like north,
Yep.
northeast, any
Yeah. So I can probably just explain the map to you actually at this point. So the light green color with the little ticks in it.
I can't
That's
I can't I can't see anything other than like the thing my character's on and it's like dark around it.
all right. Hold on a sec. Let me improve that. How's that?
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, I see the light green you're talking about.
hold on a sec. You know what? I realize why this isn't working. I have it on the wrong. I had it on the wrong one, honey.
It's okay.
How's that? That's too much. That's too much.
I mean, it's definitely brighter now. I can see the color difference.
How's
Are
that?
you showing too much of the map?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Is that you
That's
see
fine.
one circle around you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the
Okay, so
light
what's the green
so
stuff?
the light green with the little hatch marks, that's swamp.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
gray is city.
Um, yeah, actually, maybe I'll go southeast. I don't think I went to that one yet.
So here.
Yeah.
All right. And ill. Ill. Yeah, you walk into this place and you see 3 enemies of the state that have been hung from a lamppost here. 2
Boy.
marionettes and a
Okay.
mime.
Are they puppets or former puppets?
Two of them are former puppets. One of them
Oh
is just a
dear.
mime.
Okay. All right. Um, anything else?
Just some graffiti like near the bodies.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give that second sight a go again.
Okay.
See if there's any magic around this.
Yeah, you do not detect any magic. Did you already roll?
I failed. It's fine.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so I'm gonna go northeast into the swamp.
All right. You begin to venture out into the swamp. Here, you say?
Yeah.
All right. Entering a hex. Roll a d6. All right. So yeah, you're just in a swamp. It's just wet and grassy.
Okay. Yeah.
You nothing interesting occurs to you at this place.
No sinkholes, at
No
least.
sinkholes, at least. This is what things would sink into if they could.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is one where I started?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's what I thought. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna go northwest.
All right. Cool. It is now 6 p.m., I think. Sound right?
Okay.
Wait a minute. No, because it was 4 when you were at the. When you were here. Takes you an hour to go
Yeah.
here. That's 5. Hour to go here is 6. Hour to go here is 7. So it's 7
Okay.
o'clock. All right. And yeah, so this one. All right, so on a 2, roll an encounter on this table. 5. Ah! Oh no. 7 gorilla marionettes spring from the
Oh,
bushes.
okay.
And yeah, so gonna say combat has begun. I'm gonna figure out real quick how to get these guys. Oh right, they need a main. 1 second. They're desperate. Uh, and I need the Troika generator. So
They're
show
attacking me?
turn tracker. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
They jump out and attack you. Clear names to remove them. Okay, so I'm gonna remove those. And you are headstrong, cute. And total enemy tokens. Let me see here. Gorilla marionettes have 1 initiative each. So there's 7 of them. No henchman tokens. We start the round. All right. Any enemy. So one of the marionettes jumps toward you, wielding a knife. And what happens is now we roll against. So we roll versus, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure. Let me actually look at this here real quick. Rolling the dice. So roll versus. Mostly used for combat or other contests. 2 opponents. We each roll 2d6. We add any applicable bonuses. Then compare results. The higher total wins. In a duel, you might be rolling 2d6 plus your sword fighting total, looking to beat your opponent who is doing similar. So pick the weapon that you're defending with, I guess, is another important part of this.
Yeah. I think with my sword
Yeah. So the marionette has rolled a 7, and then you should just be able to go versus.
versus my sword fighting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And you roll a 10.
Okay.
The foolish marionette has foibled with the wrong person. Roll damage.
Okay, so damage under my sword.
Yeah, so you just roll a d6 and. Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. So yeah, you do 6 points of damage to the gorilla marionette, who dies almost immediately. Yeah, you just lop off his head.
What's inside? Is it made of stuffing?
There's some stuffing. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
There's some
dear.
stuffing. Um.
Okay.
All right. Let me see here. How do I? I guess I don't. I don't fuck with it. So next turn, any enemy, another one comes at you. I'm just gonna track these on another sheet here. Oh, I know what I can do. Okay, there's 7 current. Perfect. And you killed one, so we're down to 6. All right. Yeah, another one jumps at you and attacks with a knife. Rolls a 2d6. He rolled a 5.
Versus my sword.
11. Roll your damage.
Okay.
6 damage. Yes. A second puppet falls to your mighty blade. Silver shining in the moonlight as the moon rises. I guess it's twilight, probably. It's just getting some twilight light.
Yeah.
All right, next turn. Any enemy? So a third one will jump forward and strike at you, rolling an 8.
Okay. Parry with my sword.
Whew! Another one. You parry and stab through it. Roll your damage. Another 6 damage. Another one dead. These puppets stood no chance against you.
Are they still coming at me?
There's only 4 remaining, but yes, they are desperate.
Oh man,
Yeah.
they are desperate.
Headstrong cute. It is your turn.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna attack the closest puppet to me with my sword. Do I roll versus again?
Yes. We'll roll versus. Yeah. And they go to reach for their knife to defend, and before they can even withdraw the weapon from its sheath, you've beaten them with the sword.
Man, okay. Rolling
Yeah,
damage.
damage. Oh, cool. You only managed to nick them though.
Hmm.
So yeah, they are still a moving puppet. It's hard to say puppet. They're still a living puppet. Like that's hard to say. I don't know why. All right. So next turn, another enemy. Say the one that you just damaged strikes at you. He rolled a 7.
Okay.
Here 13 handily dispatches him. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
Another 2 damage.
Oh, I actually hit the wrong one. I rolled damage for the knife. My
Oh,
bad.
you did that twice.
Did I?
Let's. Should we?
Yeah. Whoops. No, let's keep the first one. I'll just re-roll this one. It's fine.
You whip out your knife and stab him a
Yeah.
couple of times just to be a dick about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Yeah, and then you slash him with your sword, ending his feeble life. He's like, "Why did you torture me like that?" Um. All right.
Why'd you come at me, bro?
We're desperate.
For what?
Nobody knows.
Oh, these poor
They're
puppets.
puppets. Yeah, they're pretty.
I don't want to slaughter them.
All right, another one comes rushing at you with its knife, rolling a
Oh
9.
man. All right. I defend with my sword.
You are on fire. Amazing. 12. You dispatch. Oh, roll damage.
Roll damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, another puppet falls. Oops, 2 puppets. All right, and next turn. End of round. Okay, so now I think we start a new round, and there are 2 enemies left. Dunk, 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 dunk. And still just headstrong. So we just add that. And we start the new. Go to the next turn. Headstrong, it is your turn.
Uh,
2 puppets
other
remain.
puppets, and they're still hostile.
Yes.
All right. I come at one of them with my sword.
Okay. 13 versus a 6.
Okay. Rolling damage.
6 damage. Yeah, you pop it right in half. Half a puppet.
Jeez.
And next turn, it is the end of the round. So we start another round. 1 puppet left. Start round. And next turn. It's your turn again.
Okay. Attacking the puppet with my sword.
Yeah. 15 versus 7. You hit it.
Damage.
And 6 points of damage. You have slaughtered the puppets.
Oh,
All that
damn.
lays around you is stuffing, string, and bits of wood smashed by your amazing sword prowess.
Uh,
Cool.
I just realized I have a tracking skill.
Ha! You do. So you
And I
do.
roll under that to see where these puppets came from.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Rolling under tracking. Success.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, so it looks like... Okay. So you can tell they come from farther in the swamp. Uh, but
Deeper into the swamp. Okay.
yeah, these ones came directly from the northeast.
Northeast. Okay. All right. Um, yeah, let's head northeast.
Okay. Let me mark your time here. It is now 8 o'clock. So this means that traveling, so it's now after 7, meaning
Okay.
traveling takes twice as long.
Okay.
And the encounters are twice as frequent. So
Okay.
basically, if I roll anything but a 5 or 6 on this, you get random encounter. So there's going to be a random encounter. Also, this is a location. Okay, so we're going to run the random encounter first. Never mind. We're not going to run that. Okay, so more gorilla marionettes come leaping out of the fens and chasing after you. Kind of having had enough of just dispatching marionettes, you flee into what looks like a manor house. There's like a kind of a squalorous manor. And yeah, the as you're running up to the entrance, one of like somebody opens the door and it's like, quickly, get in before they get you.
Okay.
Do you go in?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so you come in and they close the door behind you, and you hear the thump of. Let's see how many fucking guys you just avoided combat with. 9, 9 marionettes as they throw their bodies up against the door of the wall,
Yeah.
and yeah, the person who is there closed the door behind you, and they look up at you and they rub their hands together and say, "Oh, welcome, welcome. We're so glad you came. Won't you take off your shoes?" And they
Uh,
begin licking their lips. And 3 others kind of emerge from the living room.
okay. Um, do I need to take off my shoes?
Do you resist taking off your shoes?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah! How rude! And yeah, they spring to attack.
Okay.
I should probably just explain these monsters because it's hard to read this. I think these
Okay.
the 4 inbred bog gentry cannibals that live here desire very much to eat you, but their
Uh-huh.
code of honor
Uh-huh.
forbids it, as long as you can navigate their insane sense of decorum. So roll versus etiquette to thwart their weird test. You can technically roll skill to see if your character would have like known the right etiquette, but I just use taking off your shoes when you go inside as like a obvious etiquette thing.
Failed the etiquette test.
Coming
Yeah. Yeah.
coming through a swamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, so 4 bog gentry are going to try and eat you.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and do a new initiative. So this is 4 creatures and you, I think. And bog gentry get 2 initiatives each. So we'll start the round. The next turn, any enemy. The bog gentry comes flying at you. God, you look delicious! And tries to strike you with a knife. Rolling a 4.
All right. I'm gonna parry with my sword.
Oh, shoot. Wait a minute.
What did we do wrong?
I'm doing something wrong.
Oh.
They did not roll a 4. They rolled a 10.
Okay.
They
Oh,
need
you
to
weren't
add
adding
they need
things?
to add their skill. I don't know why I wasn't adding skill. That makes a lot of
Oh
sense though now.
no.
All right. So they rolled a 10. You rolled a 12. You hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and do your damage.
Okay. All right.
I'm learning how to
Damage with the sword.
Troika.
Yeah.
Okay, you do 6 points of damage, lopping one of their heads clean off.
Damn.
Yeah. 4, so there are 3 Bog Gentry left. And next turn, another enemy goes. They lick their lips and fly at you, having rolled a 12.
Okay. Versus my sword.
13 wins.
All right. Cool. Rolling damage. 8
8
damage.
damage. Yep, you kill another one. Oh, thank you, Mom. She's
Tell
I'm
her I'm
on
not
with her
going to
right
get
now. Go on
that.
in. Just put it on the table, probably. She's bringing you sweets.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. So what happened?
Yeah. So you murder another cannibal bog gentry person.
Okay.
You can tell me how if you'd like.
Um, no, I don't really have a taste for murdering animals. It's too bad I upset them. I would begrudgingly, uh,
You
deal with,
begrudgingly murder them. I respect that.
yeah. I'd rather be murdering demons.
You're kind of like blindly hitting them and going, "It's self-defense." So you're not exactly
Yeah.
sure how they're dying.
So I can sleep at night, I
So you can
guess.
sleep at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Another enemy comes flying at you.
Okay.
And they rolled a 14 to hit.
Okay. I got a 16.
Jesus, that's awesome. All right, roll your damage.
Roll damage. 4.
Okay. Survives. You cut him deep, but he looks at you with a glint in his eye. Says, "Damn you! I was gonna chew your liver."
Oh.
All right, another enemy attacks. Flying at you with a knife. 12. Ha!
Oh.
Manages to get at you.
Yeah.
Doing knife damage. You take 1 point of damage.
Okay, so -1 for my stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
You don't have any armor, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little peanut butter treat with chocolate on it. It's so good.
Oh, cool. Um, is it my turn?
Hold on. Nope, they're still going.
Okay.
You rolled an 11.
Okay.
You roll a 13. You're over.
6
6
damage.
damage. You dispatch the uninjured one, leaving only the injured one left.
Okay.
And it tries to get you one last time here. It rolls a 12.
Okay.
Your 15
Okay.
takes it
4 damage.
for damage. You finish him off.
Okay.
You've put the hurt on these fools, and now their mansion is yours. It's a shitty mansion, though, I should mention. Yeah, squalorous.
Yeah, if I take a look around, that's all I see. It's squalorous.
I mean, there's stuff that's like trying to be nice, but it's in a squalorous mansion in a swamp, so it's not really nice.
Okay.
There's also some provisions here that you can grab, but these are
Okay.
cannibals, so
I see.
do you want them?
How am I for provisions?
You haven't used any, so
I
you're still at 6.
I have 6. Okay.
Yeah. Now, do you know how provisions work for healing?
I can't remember. I was gonna ask.
Yeah. So while you're here, since you're kind of safe right now,
Yeah.
so you regain 2d6 stamina if you sleep for 8 hours. You may also eat a provision to regain 1d6 stamina. A maximum of 3 provisions can be eaten per day to provide healing benefits.
Um. So help me out here. What's my like time limit? But also like, seems like it's a bad idea to be out and about at night.
That is a fair
Uh,
point. Like, if you wanted to sleep, this would probably be the place to sleep now that you've kind of
that's
murdered
what I'm.
the
That's what I'm
occupants.
thinking. Like, if I sleep here, is that okay, or am I wasting time by sitting here?
I mean, Beagle is hiding here somewhere.
Yeah.
You have let some people know that you're looking for him, so he might be
Okay.
more prepared to deal with you,
Uh-huh.
like if you show up. Or he may try and flee. You're unsure.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think I'll take a rest here.
Okay. You want to
Um,
sleep for 8 hours?
yeah,
Okay.
why not?
So I will mark this up to 16 then. So 16 hours have passed. Which
So,
means, let's see, you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I believe. Sounds right. And you recover 2d6 stamina, I believe.
okay, so I'll
And
roll 2d6.
and you regain 2d6 luck.
Okay, so 10, so I can go back to my max stamina.
Yep.
And then another 2d6 for my luck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's back to max. Also,
Cool.
well, yeah, I think I'd take a step outside. When does the extra encounter frequency go? Because it's 4 in the morning, I imagine it's still
It is. So yeah, it's
okay.
7 o'clock. So
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna roll under my second sight, see if I can see any more magic use lingering anywhere.
okay.
Is that
All right. Yeah, you don't actually hold on a sec. Let me see here. You do not see any magic use in this area.
okay? Um, can I roll under my tracking?
Yeah, what are you trying to track?
Um, like any signs of the puppets or Beagle Mouse. Like I'm
Okay.
looking for signs of, you know,
Cool.
I
Yeah,
don't
go
know.
ahead and roll yeah, just roll your roll under.
Okay.
All right. So you succeed on tracking. Um and yes, you were able to track the gorilla marionettes to the north east.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go northeast.
All right. So it takes you 2 hours to travel through the bog,
Mhm.
which makes it 18. So it is now 6 a.m. when you arrive at the camp of the gorilla marionettes. Offended by a saucy puppet show, Beagle Mouse has endowed the local marionettes with sentience, precipitating a now long-running civil conflict. The surviving stringless, as they style themselves, make their camp here. They plan bloody vengeance on the Puppeteers Union and require fleshy spies.
Uh,
Yeah, so you're in a forward camp. Or you're approaching a forward camp, and there are 9 gorillas here.
I sneak around.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, sneak's one of my skills. I could try rolling under it.
Yeah, let's try sneaking into the camp.
Okay, I failed.
Ah, they catch you.
My
Ah,
shoes were too squelchy from the bog.
a puppeteer spy. Who are you working for? They threaten you.
Dan.
As soon as you say it, all of them they back up a little bit. They're like, "Are you Dan?"
Who's asking?
Not me. They look around at each other. They're like, "He was asking. He was asking." And the guy's like, "Huh? What?" So yeah, one of them kind of ends up taking the rap for it, for asking you. Yeah. What do you do?
Um,
Oh, let me draw their. Let me fucking do their main. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, one of them kind of starts giving you kind of the rousing rant about puppet sentience, the dehumanizing effects of repeated saucy puppeteering, and is basically like you can almost hear the fucking national anthem going on in the background behind this guy's like attempt to convince you of the puppet of the realities of the puppet plight, their deservingness of freedom.
are they intent on attacking me, or they're just giving a speech?
He's actually trying to sway you to their side. He is trying
Okay.
to kind of enlist you as a spy.
Oh.
Will you
How could
stand with us?
I be of service to you?
Ah, you're willing to help? Excellent. Yes, we need to know information about the puppeteers and their defenses. Um, yes, show us on this map uh, where their defenses are set up. And they break out a
Uh,
map of the little hex grid that you're on.
can I point to where I saw the like the hung ones? Maybe like that's not where the defenses are, but I don't know where the puppeteer stronghold is, but I can tell that they've dispatched some puppets here.
You do know
Maybe.
though, right?
What?
You do know though, right? You're just
Is
telling
it the
them you.
bar?
No. It's the first place that you walked into. Remember with
Like
the
the first.
barricades and the.
Oh, well, the part of the city.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, no, I'm being vague on purpose.
Okay, so you're not giving up the goods.
Not right away, I know.
Okay, so you're gonna just tell him about some hanging marionettes in this tile here.
Yeah, wherever that was.
Okay. And they're like, well, that doesn't do us any good. They're already dead.
Um, what gosh, what do I say? Um, is Beagle around?
They all kind of look at each other and they're, no. He doesn't really come around anymore.
But he used to.
Well, he set us free, you see. But apparently living in a swamp just isn't really his style, so he doesn't.
Okay, so you haven't seen him around the swamp?
Tell us where the defenses are. Maybe we can trade information.
All right. Um, yeah, fuck it. Let's point on the map where I saw the barricades.
Can you point on the map where you saw the barricades?
I can't see it on the map.
Right. Can you point where you think it is?
No, I mean you don't have it so I can see anywhere.
Right, I realize that. I'm saying,
You
like,
just want me to gesture wildly.
I want you to gesture in the direction you think it was. Into the
Uh,
blackness where you think it might be on the map.
I don't I don't think I can click anywhere. Is it?
Just click and hold down your mouse, and it'll ping with the color.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Is that where?
Yeah.
Okay, so you tell them to the south.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the south.
He looks you up and down. All right. Well, I guess if I'm being honest, no, Beeglemaus doesn't come around. He went back to the city. He's hiding out somewhere amongst those people.
Is he disguised?
He is. That's what we've heard. We haven't been able to track his location. We've sent a few gorilla marionettes to go and hunt him down and find him and bring him back to us so he can do other great magics to help us. But they've been unable to locate him, and you've seen two of them hanged for their trouble.
Those are the ones you sent back. Okay. All right. I'm trying to look around the camp while I'm talking to them. Is there anything else to see?
No, I think you talked to Guacho Marks. That's the little leader here.
Wacho? Okay.
Guacho. I said 9 gorillas. There's 15. So sorry.
Okay.
Um, and oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. He says, "All right. You play a hard bargain. Tell me where it really is, and I'll give up Beaglemouse's location and how to get in."
I I can't see on the map. Oh,
Yeah, I know. It's fine. I'm gonna say you know where it is, so just go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah, so you tell him.
To the south when you first enter town here.
Yeah. So this is where you landed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is where you.
Oh.
This was the city.
Sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you tell him, and he says, "Ah, good, excellent. Beaglemouse is hiding out in the nightclub. But to get in, you need the password. Puppet government."
Figured since he was pretending to be a DJ, I was like, I'm gonna have to go back to that nightclub,
Yeah.
which I probably should have done at night.
Puppet government is the password for the door.
Okay. Okay. Well, what is it like? 5 in the morning?
It's 6. It's
No.
6 o'clock in the morning.
It'd probably take me too long to get there. The nightclub won't be open anymore. You guys know the hours?
What's that?
The hours of the nightclub.
Oh, yeah, I think that it opens at 7.
7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was the password again?
Puppet government.
Puppet government. All right. Cool. Yeah. Actually, sir, maybe unrelated. What's my blood shroud spell do?
Yeah, let's learn. I have no idea.
Let's learn about that.
Oops. Shroud. Smear a small amount of a demon's blood on yourself to become completely invisible to them, even if you attack or speak to them for 6 hours. So it allows you to become invisible to a demon.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, so I guess I'll thank them for revealing the location of Beagle or alleged location. And Godspeed.
Yeah, travel safe for the revolution.
People of revolution.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm surrounded by swamp.
Yep.
3 was where the cannibal mansion was.
Mm-hmm. Squalorous mansion. Yep.
Squalorous mansion. Yeah, I mean, I may as well pass back through there. Am I gonna hit a random encounter anyway?
Yeah, traveling through. Well, you hit random encounters if I roll a 1 or 2.
Okay, sure. Yeah, but nothing extra is happening there, so I'll go that way, I think.
Yeah, I think so because it's still technically before 7.
Oh, right.
I think you traveling there takes another
Takes
2 hours. So that puts us
That's
at
fine.
20 hours in.
Okay.
And it means that rolling the random encounter. Okay, you rolled a 2 anyway, so you get a random encounter. You get the 2. So yeah, there was a bridge here.
Okay.
That you passed over. And on your way back, you find that the bridge is rigged to explode.
Oh, fuck.
And it's the only way across. So You can. It basically takes 2 hours to go around it.
Uh, it's a bridge over water.
Yeah,
Can I try to swim?
it's a bridge over muddy swamp water.
Oh, swamp. Okay.
Yeah,
But I'll take the extra time to go around. I don't think I want to blow up today.
cool. All right, so you spend two more hours out. It is now 10 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
and yeah, you can go wherever you like.
South?
Okay, roll this. Another random encounter. Cool. This one is for 1d6 gorilla marionettes are hiding in the swamps here, about ready to make their way into the city to the
Okay.
south. When they spot you, they like make some quick looks at each other, and they're like, "Halt!" And they
Um,
point little blowguns at you.
what was their leader's name again? Like
Guacho,
the from the
Gu-
place I came from?
Guacho Marks.
Groucho Marx.
Yeah.
Be like, uh, oh, easy. I know your buddy Groucho Marx.
Oh
I
yeah.
revealed the location of the barricades. We cool?
You know the location of the barricades? Quickly, quickly, tell us.
I gesture.
You tell them, oh, it's right over there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
excellent, excellent. All right. Well, just to make sure we're not walking into a trap, what's the nightclub password?
Oh my God, I forgot it all again. Puppet government.
Yes. Excellent. You've shown yourself to be a
Okay.
true friend of the revolution. Here,
Okay.
take this, and they hand you like a little swatch of cloth. It's like a charm.
Like a patch or something.
Yeah, it's like a little. You joined the revolution patch, and all you got was a
Cool.
shitty pad
Sure.
patch.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Let's see. Did I mark your travel time for that one? I did not. 23. Okay. Now where would you like to go? 11 a.m.
Um, I'll go back to, I'll go through one.
So here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back to where Beaglemouse's ship, and ultimately where you arrived.
Yeah.
And yeah, you check on your golden barge. It is still here.
Okay.
Beaglemouse's golden barge is still busted, although the smoldering has stopped. And yeah, let me roll on thing to see if a thing happens. No thing happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, how about I roll under tracking and just see
What are you trying to track?
Beagle Mouse?
Okay. Oh, you succeed. Beaglemouse is not in this area.
Okay.
But if you had to guess, he is probably staying to the south west.
Okay. All right. Um, I'm gonna go northeast.
So here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me mark your time here. So that's 25. It is 1 p.m. as you arrive at, yeah. Let me see. I'll roll this here real quick. So you come upon a glass statue of a man.
Okay.
And yeah, he's got this like kind of strange look on his face. And it looks like he's reaching for something, and he has like a pistolet pulled out. And yeah, as you're examining it,
Hmm.
yeah, okay, cool. You hear like the snapping of a twig, And I
Okay.
need you to roll either second sight or test your luck. So roll under on second sight, I think is probably your
I'll roll
best.
under second sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. You successfully roll under second sight. Um, yeah, so you basically managed to jump back before. So you can see what happened is you stepped on a twig that broke,
Okay.
and this twig was enchanted to cause a magical effect to occur. It's very likely that that's what happened to the person who is now a glass statue.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But yeah,
Hmm.
you managed to avoid the sorceress trap laid by Beeglemaus.
Not classify myself here.
You've also
Okay, let's go southeast.
and you've succeeded in tracking a few times. Cool. Southeast. 4 here. We bump you to 26. It's now 2 p.m. Okay. Yeah, you come upon a sanatorium, an asylum. Um, and yeah. Oh. Yeah, so all entering or waking up here must test their luck versus mind control
Oh
or become
boy.
sedated for 1 day.
Oh no. Okay. Just that luck.
Yeah.
I fail.
Okay. Yeah, no sooner do you enter the grounds than you begin to feel drowsy and very sleepy. And you end up kind of lost here for a day, which adds
24
24 hours
hours?
to your clock. So that puts you at 50
Oh,
hours,
oh fuck.
which I'm going to scale it back and just say you've had 2 days, which is 48, and it is now 4 in the afternoon. Easier to track that way. Um, and yeah, you're in an asylum. And you wake up here. What do you do in the asylum? There's
Am I restrained?
there's no, there's a bunch of like lunatic people here. And yeah, they're around.
Um, can I talk to them?
Yep.
All right. Be like, yo, what happened? I
Yo,
just woke up here.
what happened? I just woke up here.
So they just saying what I'm saying
This
back to
is
me.
one of them is repeating everything you say back to you.
All right, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
talk to another
You
one.
find a different one. That one
Yeah.
follows you and
Okay,
repeats
sure.
everything you say, and then tries to repeat everything that the person replying to you says. So
Okay.
you're hearing double
I'm
for a
just saying
little
I'm a
while.
poopy butthole, first of all.
Okay, you're gonna make him say that. I'm a poopy
Yeah.
butthole. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has no seems to have no awareness of what they are in fact saying.
I
Um,
choke on fat wieners.
Joke on fat wieners definitely says that for sure. Just keep saying it. In
Uh,
fact, so much fun to say.
yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, so talk to the other one. Be like, hey, do you know how I got here? I just woke up here.
Oh, you're probably under the influence of the asylum. Beagle enchanted this place, making it cursed.
Oh.
Luckily, we have a cure. And he
Well,
grabs an ice
what
pick and he
oh
shows you he's got a hole. And he just slides it in and goes, real easy. All fixed. Here, you try.
Austin really likes people putting holes in their skulls.
He's a
Come up a
trepanation
lot.
enthusiast. Yeah,
Yeah.
with Austin, it's a non-zero chance of fucking brain surgery.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm good. Uh
Okay. Unfortunately, because you woke up here, you have to
yeah.
test your luck
I test my luck again, yeah.
again, which I hope you realize you had to reduce it.
You're right. Sorry, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I failed.
Yeah. So you end up spending another day here.
Okay, as soon as I wake up, I'm trying to get the fuck out.
Yeah. you need to roll test your luck again, and it's going to reduce every time you roll it, which means
Yeah. Yeah, I failed.
you're about
I
to
mean,
become you're going to need to end up getting trepidated to get out of here if you run out of luck.
well, I mean, what can I do?
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Every day, your luck refills because you're
Like,
sleeping. So your luck refills 2d6, right? You're gonna refill your luck every day. So don't worry about reducing it.
okay, well, so then don't count the last couple days because it was reduced. Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll try again. All right.
Okay. I'll put you back to 3 days in.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's right.
So 3 days in at 4 p.m., you finally snap out of it, wake up, and yeah, you want to get the hell out of this place.
I definitely do.
Okay. Uh, while you were there, you did see a safe.
Okay.
Do you want to go try and scoop it?
Do I have to test my luck again if I interact
No,
with
no, no.
anything?
You're still in here.
I get to leave though.
You can leave it after you try and get this. Yeah.
Yeah, let's check out that safe.
Okay. Yeah. So it's locked, obviously. So how would you like to open it?
I don't think I have any special safe cracking skills, so I guess I just have to roll under my skill.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Nice.
Brute force.
All
I'm
right.
pissed off.
So you get 16 silver pence.
Cool.
Yeah.
Taught me up after I bought all those drinks.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Now I'm gonna GTFO.
Yeah. Where you go?
Southwest.
Okay. Well, it's a 2. That's a random encounter. Oh, whoops. What am I doing? Ah. Yeah. You accidentally stumble upon a trap. Go ahead and test your luck.
Okay. Success.
Okay, yeah, you managed to avoid the trap.
What
You
kind
you
of trap
find
was
it,
it?
you set it off. It's a snare trap, so it would have
Okay.
plucked you off the ground and hung you upside down from a tree. Um, so yeah,
Cool. Yeah. It's southwest again.
okay, hold on. So that was 5. You move 6, so it is now 6 p.m. And you enter another swamp region. Okay, nothing happens.
Okay. Um, southwest again.
Okay. Mark you, it is 7 p.m. And this is the Sinking Motel. Flooded ground
Oh.
floor rooms are 2 silver pence. You can get a room here if you'd like. But you must test your luck if you stay. Higher
Yeah.
rooms are 5 silver pence. And yeah, the proprietor is a pompous frogman. Signor de Grenoir. Yeah.
Um. Yeah. No, I'm good. I don't. I've really caught up on my sleep. I've been sedated for a couple days, so
Ah!
it's
This is how it goes.
maybe I'll see you later.
Alright.
All right. Let's go to northwest.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you return to the scene of Pieter the Pumpkin Penultimus and his and where his men were set up to defend
Yeah.
themselves. And I
Uh-huh.
say were set up to defend themselves
Uh-huh.
because they have been slaughtered. The place has been
Oh shit.
taken and is now being looted and ransacked by the puppets who now who had sufficient information to effectively win their little war.
Okay.
And I will roll. Oh, I think every time you move into a city, you get a random encounter. So 3. The gang of street kids from earlier tries to sell you sandwiches as you leave the hotel.
Huh. I'm not
Anything?
into
No.
it.
Okay.
No.
And fuck. As you
I test my luck.
that's your luck, sinkhole.
Yeah. Ah!
No. 3d6 damage. 7 points of damage as you
No.
fall clunkily into another sinkhole.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I get better shoes.
Yeah, fair. All right. And I
Yeah,
think, let's
let's.
see, that was,
Time is it?
I think it's 9 o'clock.
Cool. Let's head northwest. So that's the nightclub, right?
No, this is where the bar was. Dan and
Oh, the
Deadlier
bar.
Dan.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. On the
See,
way to the nightclub.
you arrive at the
Okay.
bar around 9, and yeah, much to your dismay, you actually arrive to see the people who helped you before are lined up in front of the bar and about to be executed by their marionette captors.
Well, shit.
Yeah, so that happens. Put a nice little revolutionary murder on top of your bar
I
trip there.
mean,
Cool.
I'm just gonna keep on
Just
keeping
keep on,
on.
keep it on. You head over to the fucking nightclub.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, at 10 p.m., you arrive at the nightclub. A nightclub door bouncer guy is like, hey, what's the password?
Puppet government.
Get in. He opens the
All
door.
right. Thanks.
You walk inside, and yeah, you are momentarily blinded by the pulsing gyrations between the strobe lights and sudden darkness, laser lights and sudden darkness, and the of electronic music. There is a number of people on the dance floor. There are people lined up at the bar, and of course, kind of towering above them all on a DJ booth system is this guy with like ladder shades and kind of a mohawk that's like flopped to the side. It looks like it's a couple of colors, but you can't really see because the lighting's really weird.
Okay.
And yeah, he doesn't even look like he's really DJing. He's just kind of like bobbing, and he will occasionally like throw his hands in the air and be like, yeah, and like get everybody to be like, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use my second sight just to see if there's any magic in the air here.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Failed.
Yeah, I'm
Music's
gonna
too
say
loud. Can't
there's
concentrate.
actually too much magic going on. In fact, on almost
Okay.
every table, you can see people just bending over with little straws and snorting a bunch of magic into their noses.
In case I'm sticking out here, I kind of want to sneak around, make my way towards the DJ booth, surreptitiously, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm gonna roll under sneak.
Excellent. You managed to sneak. I think. Let's see here. What's this? Na.
Are
Okay.
you reading? Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
I thought it froze for a second.
No. Jesus Christ. How did I never know this? This is insane. Okay. Uh. All right. So you have managed to sneak up to the DJ booth. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm just trying to blend in, right?
Yeah. But you've got him. He is right there.
All right. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna try to. I don't know. Should I talk to him or just grab him? Can I grab him and demand to know? I don't know. Be like, who are you?
I mean, you know who he is, right?
Is it Beagle
How do you find out?
How do I find out?
Right now it's a DJ, but you know that
Yeah,
Beeglemaus is hiding out as a DJ. Or at least that's what
I
you've
don't,
been told.
that's what I've been told.
It's true.
Is there anything I can roll for it, or like maybe no?
I mean, you want to roll under skill and just see if like he gives a tell or something?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
What have I got to lose? I failed anyway, so.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know how I figure out if this is Beagle Mouse or not. I don't want to just kill him. I guess I'll just grab him and try to demand some answers.
Okay. You grab him from behind. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Actually, so we'll roll a versus
Okay, sure.
unskilled
Okay.
because
Unskilled
you're
versus.
just grabbing him like you're trying to grapple him
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And he's gonna roll. So he rolled a 9 plus his 7. So he rolls a 16. So you manage to grab him momentarily, and he looks back at you and throws his arm back, and you can see as the as his hand flies, a cloak kind of flies up out like you're seeing the underside of a cloak that isn't there
Okay.
on the other side. Like
Oh.
it's invisible, and it just
Yeah.
looks like a painted on like DJ's body. And yeah, like you see it fly back, and he's like, "What do you want?" And he pulls it down real quick, and it's a DJ again. He's like, "Get the hell out of here, kid!" Like, I don't do requests.
All right. That seems like it's Beagle Mouse in disguise. Should I just waste this fool here?
Bring it, fool.
Yeah. I don't like the music. I'm gonna come at him with my sword, I guess. We're gonna
Okay,
spill blood in the nightclub.
okay, yeah. You begin the fight. So, Beagle Mouse has an initiative of 5, which means he gets 5 cards to your 2 for
Okay.
initiative.
For the order or whatever.
Yeah, it's not really ordered. It's kind of random.
Yeah, but like he gets to go 5 times and I get to go 2.
Yeah. And I'm going to track his stamina here. So, and yeah, I think it is his turn. So he is going to try and cast a spell at you.
No doubt.
I guess it's just Jolt 1. Let's see. To cast a spell, you must spend stamina equal to the casting cost, the number in brackets, and roll under your skill total in the spell you wish to cast. Double
Okay.
ones always succeed, so he needs to roll under. Which he does not.
Okay.
So he raises his hands and casts a lightning spell, Jolt, but it fails. And it takes a little energy out of him.
Maybe it failed because I accidentally on purpose threw a drink
Oh,
in his
you accidentally on
face.
purpose spilled a drink? Roll it.
Versus
No, under.
under. Ah.
No, he knew you spilled the drink on purpose. You just threw
Okay.
a fucking drink at him.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, cool. So next turn, he goes again. This time he will just attack you with his staff,
Okay.
and he rolled a 14 to hit. Find the fucking staff here. You need
What's
so silver sword. I think is if you're defending with your silver sword.
yeah, yeah, okay. So I wasn't sure if you were done talking. Yeah, I'll defend with my sword.
A 15, just over his 14 roll. So yeah, you do damage with your
All
sword.
right. Damage. 6 damage.
Okay, give me one moment. I think he's got some armor. He does. So he takes 5 damage. Oops.
When
Oh
we're in
yeah, that's right.
combat, am I able to consume provisions?
No.
Okay. Should have done that
Yeah.
before I forgot that I fell in that sinkhole.
Yeah. Next turn. So it is him going again. And yeah, he's going to realizing that you are a very able-bodied fighter. He's gonna try and get away with casting a spell. Oh no, I know what's gonna happen here. He has a special move. Beeglemaus, when Beeglemaus, he plans to marionette strings, which lurk in the rafters above him. On his turn, he may command the strings to seize a character. You must test
Oh
your
no.
luck.
Ah. Okay, test my luck.
Mm-hmm.
Failed.
Yeah, you
Now
become
I reduce it by 1.
so you become tangled in the ropes, in these strings, and you get to roll an attack roll. So
Okay.
roll your silver sword or whatever.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
With a 14, your sword flings out and you just kill a fucking bystander. You just kill somebody. It's not Beagle
Shit.
You just murder somebody. He's like, ha ha! Who's the justice now?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Am I still trapped?
No, that's what happens that turn, that action.
Okay. All right.
And then we go to the next. He goes again, because of course he does.
Yeah.
And let's see if Grow is worth casting here.
Face.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to be useful. I don't know, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, so, jeez. Alright, he's going to cast. No, he's not. He's just going to fucking hit you with the staff. I can't justify these spells. He rolls a 7. He rolls a 17 to hit you with his staff.
Okay, I'm gonna parry with my sword.
You lose. And he
Yeah.
strikes at you with his staff damage. If I can pull this shit up. Staff. 6. 4 is 4 points of damage.
Okay. Wolf.
And next turn. Headstrong Cute. It's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna attack him with my sword.
Alright.
The only option here. 15.
16. He will attempt to defend with his staff. He rolled a 7 plus 7 is 14. So you
Okay.
succeed.
Roll damage. 4 damage.
Alright, he takes 4 damage. Fearing for his life, he throws everything into his. He throws a bunch of stuff into his cloak, or rips it apart. And as he's ripping it apart, you realize he's not ripping apart his cloak, but instead is ripping apart his body. And
Ah.
from it emerges uh, a giant with a dog face and large crab arms. He is now a dog-faced crab arm monster.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, he is now substantially fucking scarier. Also, the music has stopped being good. Not that it was really
Yeah.
all that great to start with.
No. Uh-uh.
So yeah, he is now back up to 14 stamina. He has 8 skill, but he still is in the same initiative. Unfortunately, he also has better armor and some stuff. All right,
Shit.
yeah. So we continue now. It is your turn again.
Okay. Attacking. Actually, you know what? Hold up. I think I can potentially do more damage with the bow if I hit. So I'm gonna try versus my bow.
Okay.
While he was like morphing into this dog face crab thing, I took a step back and was just like, "Oh God!" Readied
Okay.
my
In fact, let's fill the fiction in here. As he begins to mutate and transform,
Mhm.
do you kind of like flee? Like, do you back up like to the door
Yeah.
and like maybe take a shot
That's
from?
what I'm saying.
Okay, cool.
Is I'm putting some distance between me and this
You're like,
thing.
oh hell no, and back
Yeah.
up. You're like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Oh hell no.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so let's do versus my bow.
Actually, let's. How does bow fighting work?
Uh
Because he doesn't have. I don't think he has a ranged weapon.
what? I have 16 silver arrows and a bow.
No, he doesn't have a ranged weapon.
Oh, sorry. How does he
So I don't think he
attack
can
back?
hit you. Yeah, I don't think he can hit you
Okay.
if he succeeds with this. Staff for Garrote. We're just gonna play it. We're just gonna go with it. So he rolled a 12, and he
Yeah.
rolled a 6 plus 8 is 14. So
Uh,
yeah, he is able to overcome the distance and smash into you as a large beast here, doing 6 points of damage.
uh,
What are you
I'm
at?
almost dead. Yeah, I got one stamina left.
Okay.
I'm gonna die. There's nothing I can do.
It is the end of the round, so we can start a new round.
If I flee the building, can I consume provisions?
You want to flee?
No, like if I do, can I do that?
So if you can get away, if you can get out of combat, you can eat provisions.
Okay. I think I gotta try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Why don't you go ahead and roll under your sneak to see if you can kind of dip
I'm gonna
out.
back out the door. Yeah.
Excellent. You sneak out. You manage to evade Beaglemouse's attacks and run out of the club, holding your fucking guts in from the crab wound that's
Yeah,
done you
jeez.
dirty. Um, and yeah, where do you go next?
Well, I wanna eat some provisions.
You just want to stand here in the street and just munch provisions?
Yeah, I'm desperate.
Go nuts.
So how do I
You
do
can eat
this?
up to 3 provisions.
Okay. And then do I have to roll for
You roll a d6 for each one eaten, and that's how much stamina you get back.
okay. So can I do them one at a time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do one and I roll a d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so three. All right, I'm gonna eat another one. One. Rude. Yeah, eating that third one. I'm weak. I don't know how food works.
No.
It's not fair. All right, well, I'm not dead yet. Uh, right. The only way to regain um stamina is to sleep.
Yeah.
I think if I go back in there, I'm just gonna die.
That's a fair assessment.
But he might leave the club.
Uh, I'm gonna say he's gonna come for you.
Yeah, he's gonna come for me.
Yeah, so you might want to move.
Yeah. How about we go back down towards the bar and see if those puppets are there?
Sure. All right. So
Maybe they'll
you
help me.
you run you run for an hour. It's actually for 2 hours because
It's
it's
dark
after
again.
7.
Yeah.
And yeah, you run to the south, and so it's now midnight. Beaglemouse has emerged from the club and is one hex behind you. If anything takes an hour for you to do,
Yeah.
he'll be coming after you. And yeah, you do manage to find some marionettes there hanging out at the bar.
I'm like, Beeglemaus is after me.
Yeah, they kind of look at you like, and
Can you be of assistance?
I mean, Beagle is kind of a powerful wizard and pretty much gave us, our freedom. I don't know.
Distract him, please.
Distract him. What, with like a puppet show?
I'm not gonna ask you to do a puppet show, man. That's up to you. That's your choice. Your body, your choice.
God damn it, I do want to do a puppet show.
Then you should do a puppet show.
All right. Okay, what are you doing
Uh,
while they prepare for their puppet show?
I'm running towards the hotel, is it?
Yeah, sure. There's a hotel down here. The Sunken Sinking Hotel.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, so I can't eat any more provisions today.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like I should flee
Okay, so
that direction.
it takes you 2 hours to run this way.
Mhm.
Beagle Mouse comes behind you
Okay.
and is interacts with the marionettes, who are going to roll their
Okay.
puppet show performance.
Okay.
It does not say here that they have a skill in puppet show, but I'm going to say they're good at it because they've been doing it
Yeah.
their whole lives. So I'm going to give
Uh-huh.
them a 4. So 8 plus 9 is 17. They roll a 17. Will Beagle Mouse be distracted by this? He rolled a 6 plus 8 is 14. So yes, he has become entrenched in the hot entertainment of a non-saucy, just regular puppet show. It's
Okay.
about their lives as regular old dairy farmers. That's the performance.
So
Um,
wholesome.
yeah, and he stays for the whole 2 hours. He even applauds for an encore. All right, and you move on to the hotel then.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is now 4 o'clock in the morning. Is that right?
I wasn't keeping
Yes,
track.
4 o'clock in the morning. When you arrive at the hotel, and yeah, the hotelier. See if we can fucking find that hotelier. Yes, Signor de Grenoir. Welcome, monsieur. Can I get you a room?
Yeah, get one of those ones on the upper floors, the more expensive ones.
Absolutely, monsieur. I will take 5 silver pence.
All right. No problem.
Here is your key. And by what name
Yeah.
should I put you on the register? Should anyone call?
Uh, PG.
Sorry?
PG.
For public government?
Eh,
I love it. Ah, vive la revolution.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man.
scratches out a little pad. And yeah, go ahead and grab yourself 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I was hoping I could hide here, or at least at the very least, if he's coming for me. I'm on the upper floor, so it'll take him a while to figure out if he goes door to door. Okay. So I'm able to sleep.
For 8 hours, which means that he's going to move around for 8 hours. So,
Cool.
let's see.
And
Is that right?
do I have to roll to regain stamina, or is it go to?
You roll to regain stamina. So you will
But
roll.
my luck, does my luck go refill completely?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
your luck recovers. So 2d6 luck. So go ahead and roll your 2d6 luck. That's how much you recover. So
Okay.
you
Yeah.
recover 4 luck. And
Yeah.
then stamina healing. You regain 2d6 stamina if you sleep for 8 hours.
Okay. Yeah. Only 5.
So he does
Oh.
come and check on you during the night. And he is going to roll. All right. Yeah, I think the hotelier is able to turn him away. So they rolled basically the
Cool.
same.
All
So
right.
that was 2. That was 4. Does that seem right? Okay, so yeah, now he just moves an hour at a time. So 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'll be right back.